Distinguished participants, esteemed colleagues, and valued guests, welcome to the 8th International Conference on New Horizons in Science and Social Science. We are delighted to hold especially University of Pristina Faculty of Economy in Kosovo. We are in Pristina. And now our panel is online panel. Thank you for support. Thank you for valuable informations. Okay, I would like to invite dear Dr. Edin Alic from Bosnia. Dear Edin, are you ready?
I'm ready. Thank you for inviting me to present on this 8th International Congress. First of all, I will...
Edin, you can share your presentation.
Okay, I'm sharing right now.
Please share and check. Let's check.
Wait.
Share icon. Can you see share icon?
Just wait a little
Maybe
bit.
On the top of the page or bottom of the page.
Wait. I have a problem sharing. I don't know what's happening right now. Ekran, select window. Okay, I have this presentation. Wait. Okay, can you see the presentation?
Yes, of course. Okay, go on, please.
Okay, I'm going to make it full. Wait. Just to do this. Well, okay. Can you see right now? Can you hear it?
Yes, no problem. Go on, please.
Okay. First of all, I will say good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edin Alic, and I am from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I am holding the position of senior teaching assistant at University of Vitez, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and I'm working in HIF-Oil Group as director of integrated management system. At the beginning, I would like to express my gratitude to organizing committee for the trust they have placed in me. It's both honor and great responsibility to be one of the key speakers at such important international conference, which brings together distinguished researchers and experts from various fields. I would also like to extend an apology on behalf of Professor Dr. Muhammad Ćosić, who was unable to attend due to unforeseen obligations. He will make an effort to join us later if possible. In this presentation, I will talk about AI and transparency and privacy, and explain how we can balance these two concepts in AI real world. I will briefly outline the key arguments and explain why both transparency and privacy are essentials in our world. To start, let us look where this issue actually comes from. As AI becomes more involved in decision making, two things become very important. On the left side, we have a transparency. On the right side, we have privacy. Transparency helps us to understand how systems work, ensure accountability, and build the trust. This is important because transparency helps us to trust AI system right now. On another side, we have privacy, which protects the personal and sensitive data of users, ensures confidentiality during the process, and supports legal compliance with the law and any international standards. The key point is we need both at the same time. After this leads us to a key issue that we have transparency and privacy are both necessary, but together they create a governance challenge. Managing both is not simple. So question is not which one is more important, but how we can manage both together. The goal is balance, and to understand this better, we have to look it from theoretical perspective. If we look from the theoretical perspective, we can see two different approaches. Like on the left side, we have disclosure, which supports transparency and emphasize openness, visibility, and accountability. On the right side, we have a restriction, and this approach supports privacy, but emphasize limitation, protection, and control itself. This conflict is not random. It's built into how systems work, and it is a part of the system design. All of this brings us to the main idea of this presentation. This is not something we can fully solve. Not a problem to solve. We have to make it like a trade-off and manage both transparency and privacy. There is no perfect solution in AI systems. It's something we need to manage every day. And to manage this one, we have to handle carefully. In other words, we are not trying to remove the tension between like transparency and privacy, because the conflict will always exist, but we are trying to control it in a smart way. The goal of trade-off is smart management. To take a to understand better, we have to take a closer look at transparency in AI. When we talk about the transparency in AI, we usually mean three things. Explainability is to understand how decisions are made. We need to understand how i.e. decisions are made by machines. Auditability, the ability to review and verify the systems from the AI perspective, and monitoring, continuous oversight of the system behavior. System must be continuously observed and checked. All of this requires access to data. And we are talking about the data, and from the perspective, it can be like information data, they could be personal data, they can be sensitive data of the company or something else. On the other side, we have privacy from the transparency, where we have like limiting and protecting data. This includes like a data minimization, that the AI systems can collect only what is necessary. We should not collect too much data for the processing informations or making decisions. We have to have like a purpose limitation. To use data only for defined purposes. Data must be used correctly. And after that, we have like an access control to restrict people or who can see and use the data what we are providing to machines. Not everyone should access that data. It should be like encrypted and protected every time. So while transparency needs more data to do the jobs and processing and making decisions, privacy tries to reduce and control it every time. And this is where the tensions become very clear. From this slide, I will continue on the structural conflict, where we have like more transparency is equal to more data and more access to informations, but more privacy is following like a less data and more restrictions for the machines. Conflict is not accidental. It's built in the system itself right now. And this leads us to import insight that transparency and privacy are not opposites. They are dependent. They are actually connected to each other. And you cannot fully have one without affecting the other one. How do we actually deal with this in practice? One way to deal with this is through the standards like ISO 27701. This standard, like is standard for the ISO 27001, is for like information and information security. This one is basically so for the privacy information management system, and it give us like a clear guidance for and using like risk-based approach, documentation, control mechanisms, and it provides tools and processes for companies and the people who are using the standards to control the AI systems. It doesn't remove the conflict, but just is helping to manage it on the right way. It supports balance, not perfection, because the AI systems are not perfect. They are, we are trying to balance like a transparency and privacy so far. Any kind of AI system is not following any international standards or is not under any law by any country. So far, they are open for everyone. In practice, this means is finding the balance and balance between transparency and privacy, also on the standards and the law requirements. How to balance is to inform the users every time when they are entering in the AI environment and the systems, engaging stakeholders like companies, communities, government, any kind of agencies like that, protecting sensitive data to teach the users how to protect themselves and not providing personal and sensitive data to AI systems. And it's always about the balances between the users, machines, and this kind of regulations, if we can say like that. Good example of this is a regulation what have European Union is NIS 2 directive. This is directive from 2016, and it proves security in governments in the AI system and in AI environment by monitoring, incident reporting, accountability, and it strengthens the system control every time. So it increases transparency system, it promotes openness, but also brings certain consequences using AI systems. After introduction of these two directives, like NS 2 directive and ISO 27701, we can see that NIS 2 directive also has effects and side effects. Side effects can be like more monitoring means more data processing. More data is collected, and this can increase the privacy risk. That means that increasing of transparency, increasing data processing. So even regulation like this one, like NIS 2, can increase and make a tension between transparency and privacy itself. The conflict is even clearer. It becomes more clear in the real world situations. I will explain this one in direct like a conflict. For example, I can provide like a bank fraud detection system. The bank which one is using like AI to make to check the system for any kind of transactions who are suspicious. To explain the decision that AI make flag any kind of transactions, the system might use data such as a location, transaction history, behavior of the user, the amount of payment, and something else. But on another side, privacy requires that data is not It cannot be exposed to everyone. It must be protected. It must be secured. And now we are getting like a direct conflict between transparency and privacy, like a logging versus data minimization, reporting. After AI make decisions, we have like a reporting versus a confidentiality of that report, audit, who can access auditing the system and controlling versus access control, who is accessing to that data, what is AI system use in processing of information. How to manage the trade-off between transparency and privacy is governance. The answer is governance, and that governance includes risk assessment to find potential problems in AI systems, proportionality, respond appropriately to the risk, depends of the risk of the system, depends of the risk of the information, depends of the risk of the users, and accountability, someone has to be responsible for any job, for any information, for any risk during this managing the trade-off. To support this trade-off and managing the trade-off from transparency to privacy, we need strong regulatory solutions. In regulatory solutions, we have like a clear frameworks, well-defined standards and regulations by any country, by the international institutions, strong enforcement. Sorry. This in strong enforcement, this means making sure that rules can actually followed by users, by agencies, by the government, by the country, by European Union or the whole world, with penalties or actions if they are not so far implemented in the law and any kind of the directive or regulation. Independent oversight to have organizations that monitor and evaluate the systems to ensure fairness and compliance by the law or the international standards. And systems need structure and control. Implementation is essential to, and this one we can see on another slide. When we have something like this, how to balance AI transparency versus privacy by ISO 27001, ISO 27700. I'm sorry, I made mistake on the subtitle, and NIS2 directive. On left side, we have like a conflict, explainability versus the privacy. These are Annex A controls in ISO 27001, in Annex C in ISO 27771, article numbers in NIS2, like a reference, and on the right side, we have like a solution, explainability of AI, plus role-based access, data set transparency, login versus privacy, model exposure, full access versus control. All of these can be balanced and find the solutions in these first two standards. And after this directive, to better governance the AI systems in using by user or company or any other agencies or government. After this table, we can see that conflict between transparency and privacy structure. We cannot remove it so far, but we are trying to manage it. Management is the solution, and governance defines the outcomes. What will be in the future, and governance also makes the difference, and is going to be the key point of balancing and making the solution for this conflict in maybe in next 2 or 5 years, depends how the AI will developed so far. After this and this explanation, I would like to thank you for your time, patience, and attention. I am open for any kind of questions about the presentations and for in the meaning of transparency and privacy.
Thank you for great presentation, dear Dr. Edin. It was insightful look at how we can harness as power without compromising user privacy. Thank you again. Uh,
I would like to point to this one. It is really difficult to balance between transparency and
yeah,
privacy because so far we don't have the knowledge. We didn't teach the users how to use the AI systems in the right way because
yeah,
no one is reading the explanations how the AI systems works. They are providing and they are teaching the AI systems with any kind of information. They are supplying the AI systems with everything. And if we teach our users, our friends, our students, our people around us
yeah,
to protect themselves, it is going to be better for us, and we will reduce
yes.
the privacy exposure in AI system.
Thank you very much. And welcome to dear Ludmila. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I hear you. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. And I have a
Thank you.
question to the previous presentation to Professor
Yes,
Edin.
yes.
So it was
Yeah,
really very nice and interesting presentation. Thank you very much. And I have a question. How do you think with which kind of problem humankind can face because of using artificial intelligence?
Uh,
In your opinion,
sorry.
is it
First of all, sorry, Ludmila, do you know each other? Dr.
no?
Edin, do you know?
no, no, no.
No. Dr. Edin from Bosnia, Vitis University, and Prof. Dr. Ludmila Saimoko from Coimbra University. Okay, go on, please.
Okay, thank you very much for introducing, dear Mustafa.
Thank you
Okay,
very much.
the floor is
So,
on your Edin.
No, no, no. I will wait until the professor finish with the question.
yes, so my question was, how do you think, with each kind of problem humankind can face in the future because of using artificial intelligence? And if it's possible to control totally, let's say, using of artificial intelligence, could be some negative consequences. For example, you also told about security, about privacy of data, and so on. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. It's really good question, and I will try to explain in simple way. If we look back on industry, like industry revolution 2, 3, or 4, we can see the improvement of the AI in these industry solutions. In industry 3, we had robotics work with the people, but on a managed way, because the robotics were separately from the humans and they didn't interact with each other. In Industry 4, we can see that robotics are working with the humans besides each other. On Industry 5, we are expecting that the robotics will do all kind of jobs and replace the people, like in the car industry, like metal industry, solar industry, any kind of harmful jobs, what people are doing. The robots will, and any kind of machines will replace the humans. But when we talk about the privacy, the problem is the human. We can make it like improve the machines. We can improve the system. It in itself has to include like and make it like privacy by design. it has to be included at the first moment of providing or making any kind of software, to ensure how to control it, how to protect the sensitive data, who can have access, how a machine will work with that data, what is the last information which will be provided, with the data, because European Union is trying to reduce this one with NSI, Network Information Security Directive. First one, it was open for everyone, and we discussed, we will take this one, we will not take this one, we have a chance, to improve like this one. NSI 2 directive is the opposite of NSI 1 directive, because it strengthens, it says it has to be. You must follow. If you make mistake, we will punish you, and not only by financial cost, punishment, but reputation risk also, because no one will do any kind of job with you again, because you're exposing us to others, and we would like to stay protected. This is my information. I will keep for myself. But in AI systems is different. Do you know why? Because if you go around and ask someone, did you read privacy statement from the Gmail? Did you read from the Yahoo? Did you read from any kind of providers or software engineers or software companies? Did you write it? They will say, no, I don't have time to read that one. Do you know why? Because we don't have the knowledge to understand what will be next in the future. I did my master degree on the importance of the ISO 27001, ISO 27 for information security in corporative way, how to protect information data. And they asked me on the last question, what do you think is gonna be with our information? We have the clouds. Who is controlling the cloud? Can you trust the cloud system? You're storing the information on the cloud system. Did you get any memo or the list of the users of the clouds? Who is administrator? Who can access your data? How you are protecting? Where's your backup? All of these questions must be answered correctly, that you can be approximately 70% safe. We are not safe. It depends of the any kind of hackers, any kind of intrusions, any kind of damage of data, transferring data from one place to another, using emails, using your personal data on social networks. Machines are learning. They will learn from you, and you have twin. You have your digital twin. So far, if you are using AI systems or open AI or something else, any kind of AI systems, they are making your twin, digital twin. If you ask them, what do you think about me? Just try like that on ChatGPT. What do you think about me? And AI will say everything about you because of your questions, what you made in last year, last 2 years, 3 years, and they will observe carefully. They will provide information. When you are asking the questions, they will answer based on your prompt every time. I can tell you one information. I got it like 10 days ago. In next 4 years, 30 positions like engineers for the mechanical wars, electric wars, or any kind of engineers, machine will substitute them. You don't need someone to be architect for you, because the machines now can make any kind of software for you. Before you need like the software development, to research, to analyze, to project that one from the brainstorming, the models and everything. Programmers will finish the job. You need implementation. Now machines can finish for half an hour. Simple. If you are using like Office 365, you can find applications there to use for yourself, like citizens and programmers, and you can make any kind of software, simple software. Okay, for the big software, we need someone else, to make the project, to find the balance, to implement that, to improve all kinds of things. But if we don't have the privacy by design in any kind of software, any kind of machine, and protect the people from the start, we cannot expect better future for us. I hope so is gonna change.
Thank you for
Thank
detailed
you.
information.
Thank you
Thank you.
for your question. If you have another question, I will be glad to answer on that one.
Thank you for
I'm sorry.
detailed
I just
information.
have to say, I am in this one like 20 years. This one. So far, I am working and I'm a director of integrated management systems for the international standards and law in Bosnia and Herzegovina in our country, in my company. This company consists of 19 companies, HIFA Oil Group. We are doing business in 5 different countries. We have 19 companies, and we have to follow all kind of laws from these countries and international standards. It's really difficult to manage this one, and it's gonna be difficult for everyone because the privacy is more important than information. Privacy is more important than your job. Privacy is more important than your home. Because if you don't have the privacy, everyone is ready to blame you, to shame you, to make any kind of statement on social networks, and you cannot protect yourself. If you provide them, they can do it. If you provide to machines, they can make it. Just take your picture, as go on internet and check who is similar to me. Machine will provide all kind social networks, all kind informations based on your just face, biometrics.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
it's true. I agree with you completely. Unfortunately, in my opinion, nowadays we don't have privacy at all. If even, for example, I will insert Edin Alic, yes, and I'm sure that I will have all information about you, what are you doing, I mean your work, and so on and so on. So nowadays, I think we can find information about each person. And when we are talking about privacy nowadays, I think we have a huge problem with this because in our modern society, unfortunately, in my opinion, I don't know, we don't have privacy. Or I'm wrong.
No, you are not wrong.
Okay.
I'm sorry that I am just stopping you. I will tell you one thing. I am from the security background. If you are using artificial intelligence,
summary.
okay, just summary. If you are using artificial intelligence, don't stay it on one account. Make it more.
Okay, thank you for advice.
Thank you
because
for more detailed information. Yes, I would like invite dear Prof. Dr. Zelaha Mohammed from Malaysia, Terengganu University. Dear Zelaha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, dear Zelaha, floor is on yours. Please.
Okay, let me share my slide first.
Yes.
Can Dr. Edit log out? Then I
Please
can
share
share my
icon.
slide.
Okay, wait. I am log off already. I'm not sharing any kind of presentation with you.
Maybe top of your page or bottom of your page. share icon. What you see? Okay.
Okay, can you
Okay.
see my slide?
Yes, we
Yes.
can see.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Prof. Dr. Mustafa, and also for Incohis 206 organizer committee for inviting me as the invited speaker for this prestigious conference. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Zalia from University Malaysia, Terengganu, Malaysia. My field is business. I focus more on tourism and entrepreneurship and also management. Besides teaching, I'm also actively involved in research, publication, and also consultancy project. So I welcome collaboration from all the researchers worldwide to collaborate with me. My topic today is how artificial intelligence AI affect the tourism industry in Malaysia. Okay, as an introduction, how I will discuss about how we shift from traditional tourism to smart tourism. In economic context, tourism contribute RM 81.3 billion to Malaysia GDP in 2004, marking a significant recovery phase from the COVID pandemic. This resurgence underscore the sector's vital role in the national economy and also the urgent need for modernization. So as the paradigm shift, we are witness a transition from traditional model to an integrated smart tourism ecosystem. This involves moving from simple digitalization toward an AI-driven cognitive tourism framework at anticipate travelers' need. As a core objective, the primary goal is leverage AI to enhance visitor experience, optimize operational efficiency, and also to ensure sustainable industry growth. AI serves as the bridge between heritage and also high-tech innovation. We are moving beyond simple digitalization to an AI-driven cognitive tourism framework. Okay, the national agenda for this year, 2006, is Visit Malaysia Year 2006, and also AI integration. It's not like ambitious target, but Visit Malaysia Year 2006 is a pivotal national milestone. The government has set rigorous benchmark to drive the post-pandemic recovery of the tourism sector. We target tourism arrival 45 million and also earning projection 37.3 billion Malaysian ringgit. For fiscal support, federal budget to allocate RM 705 million for tourism, which a heavy emphasis on AI-driven digital marketing. This funding is designed to modernize the infrastructure and promotional capabilities of the industry. Strategic investment are being funneled into AI-ready system to ensure Malaysia remain competitive on the global stage. For the regional vision, Malaysia aims to position itself as the premier AI-ready destination in Asia. This vision integrates high-tech solution with cultural heritage. AI is not just a tool, but primary engine for achieve this national milestone, facilitating a seamless and personalized journey for every visitor. Okay, core AI technologies is transferring from the Malaysian landscape. Now we focus on AI, generative AI, and also NLP, natural language processing. And generative AI is at the forefront of guest interaction. This technology enables 24/7 multilingual support and personal content creation. We use normally smart chatbot assistant like TM Laila provide real-time support for halal food, prayer time and local support. This one for Muslim travelers, it's quite convenient because they have chatbot. For machine learning, algorithm analyze data set to predict traveler behavior and optimize pricing strategy in real time. So we have predict and analyze the driving and then dynamic pricing for flight and hotel based on demand. Like Tempuza or school holiday, the price normally increase compared to weekdays. Vision and also IoT. Computer vision and Internet of Things IoT are revolutionized the physical touchpoint at the traveler journey. We have biometric entry, facial recognition at KLIA e-gate, reduce waiting time and enhance security for international arrival. For smart hospitality, IoT integrate room, adjust lighting and temperature based on guest habit. Personalizing the traveler's journey. The Amazon effect. First is data-driven discovery. AI analyze browsing history to suggest tailored destination like Langkawi or Mulu Cave according to customer needs. This Amazon effect reduce choice avoided by delivering hyper-relevant content to the user. By understanding the intent, AI transform the search process from core into accurate discovery experience. For example, case study for Malaysia Airlines. The time for campaign utilize AI-driven personalization to target specific traveler segment with high precision offer, like increased flight selection. This success demonstrate the power of algorithm targeting into the aviation sector. Other than that is strategic outcome. Personalization lead to shorter booking cycle and significantly higher conservation rate. It builds brand loyalty by making the traveler feel understood. The ultimate goal is segment of one, where every interaction is uniquely catered for the individual visitor. Okay, next is revolutionary hospitality and also operational efficiency. First is contactless experience. Seamless high-tech arrival is becoming the new standard in Malaysia. Luxury hospitality, AI-driven check-in and also facial recognition, room access, reduce friction and also enhance security. Smart room integrate with IoT and AI adjust lighting and temperature based on guest habit, providing a personalized sanctuary for every travelers. Next is dynamic revenue management. Sophisticated algorithm now adjust hotel rate in real time. This system analyze demand surge during major event like Tempuzan, local weather pattern, and also computer pricing. This data-driven approach ensure optional occupancy rate and maximize revenue per available room for operator across the Peninsula Malaysia. In terms of resource optimization, AI predict peak dining hours and guest volume to significantly reduce food waste and optimize staffing level. The operational operation directly impact the bottom line. AI monitor energy consumption in the hotel, for example. Okay, next is seamless mobility and also on-site digital experience. First is smart transport. Mobility is the backbone of the tourist experience. Grab and local e-hailing service utilize AI for route optimization and search prediction, ensure efficient traveler across urban centers. Real-time traffic analysis for optimizing routing, and also predict search pricing based on event data. Next is digital heritage. AI-guided augmented reality AI, what bring history to life in Georgetown, for example, Penang and Malacca, allowing tourists to visualize the past through their smartphone. Immersive VR tours allow guests to experience luxury resort of the National Museum before physical arrival, reducing the gap between expectation and also reality. Next is financial integration. AI-powered e-wallet like Touch and Go provides sophisticated fraud detection and personalized reward for international travelers. Seamless payment integration with national QR standard do it now facilitate the friction transaction even in rural kampung stays. Okay, next is big data and also sentiment, listening to global tourists. First, real-time feedback, sentiment analysis tool through social media and TripAdvisor in real time to identify travelers' pain point. This allows immediate intervention and also service recovery. By monitoring digital footprint, tourism board can resolve issues before they escalate into negative trend. Second is market sensitivity. AI-enabled strategies agility by adjusting market message based on real-time sentiment from key regions like China, Middle East, and Europe. This data-driven approach ensure that promotional campaign remain culturally relevant and highly effective across diverse global demographic. Next is language inclusivity. AI translate apps and multilingual interface help tourists navigate rural kampung stay significantly, broadening Malaysia market reach. Data allow the industry to pivot marketing message within hours rather than months during ensuring maximum resonance. Okay, next is addressing the challenge, digital divide and also ethics. First is the SME gap. Small and medium enterprise SME, particularly homestay in Sabah and Sarawak, face significant barrier to AI adoption. High implementation costs and technical complexity create a widening digital divide. Without targeted support, smaller players risk being marginalized in an increasing automated marketplace. Second is infrastructure needs. The efficiency of AI application depends on robust connectivity. Consistent 5G coverage is essential, especially for ecotourism sites in remote areas where digital services are most needed. Infrastructure investment must keep pace with technological ambition to ensure truly nationwide smart tourism experience. Third is privacy and the human touch. Protecting sensitivity, biometric and financial data is a paramount regulatory concern. Adherence to National AI Office and AIO guideline is critical for maintaining public trust. Technology must be facilitate the journey, but it must never dehumanize the warmth of stability that is the heart of Malaysia tourism. Okay, last but not least, the future workforce and also strategic recommendation. First, workforce evolution. Automation of repetitive tasks allows staff to focus on high-value guest interaction. The emergence of roles like tourism data analytics and digital experience designer is reshaping the industry. Academic integration of AI module into hospitality degree is essential for creating an AI literate workforce capable of navigating this new frontier. Second is strategic recommendation. For government, provide targeted incentive for SME to adopt the accessible AI solution, bringing the digital divide in rural areas. For industry, prioritize human-centric AI that enhance the guest experience without sacrificing the personal touch Malaysia is famous for. And lastly, conclusion for Visit Malaysia Year 2006. AI is the silent engine driving Malaysia tourism recovery and future-proofing the industry against global competition. Success in 2006 depends on our ability to blend high-tech innovation with Malaysian diverse culture soul. Thank you for your attention. Any questions so far?
Dana,
I would like just to compare your
okay?
presentation with my presentation because of the AI. Based on your presentation, we have a lot of data who are profiling your visitors to Malaysia, because I was one of them. You know, I was staying in Malaysia for 4 years during my studies there. And now, when we are profiling the someone, or like a lot of from other countries, now the privacy will come more important, because the people from the European Union or from West, they will come to your place and they want to protect themselves. They want to protect the privacy. They want to protect their profile on the internet, what they are buying, what they are visiting, where they are spending the money. Based on that information, you can predict for them any kind of other places to visit, to make the programs for them, to promote to Malaysia. Now I have the question: how to manage this kind of investment in Malaysia in the future, like 5 or 10 years in tourism, but keeping the privacy of tourists on the safe place?
Yeah, it's very hard. Like you said, now you just enter my net, you can get all my data from internet. You just Google, because everything we need to Google. So now Malaysia also into a payment, we now use QR code where we link to the Malaysian bank. If you are Malaysian, then we link to Malaysian bank. So every time you use QR code, we know where you spend the money. If you use credit card also, we link to the bank also. So we know also how you spend the money. So if you don't want anything to, people want know where you spend, you use cash. That's the only way. If you use credit card or you use QR code, it's very hard to make it privacy, because everything we try to protect, but if you say 100% safe, it's very hard because a lot of scammer nowadays. So you have to make sure that when you take phone call from someone you do not know, so maybe you little bit more careful when they ask a lot of questions. So better you block that number. That's why we do in Malaysia, because it's very hard at the moment. But of course, we try our best to protect all the information from our customer. I'm sure that your country also the same thing, or you have a better way how to how to protect the privacy.
No, I can answer on that question on one way. Depends on the privacy in Bosnia and Herzegovina is different, because so far the agency for the privacy, for the personal, the keeping the personal data and the privacy in Bosnia and Herzegovina is better than the agency to protect the information security. We have the law and we are following the NIS2 directive from the European Union, because so far, like, it is a directive for us, it's not a law, but we are trying to implement to make the implementation 100%, to make the privacy better on Bosnia. We have problem with infrastructure. We had a problem with knowledge. We have problem with experts in that field. But we are trying to get the help from the European Union and other countries who are surrounding us to help us to make a better place for the citizens of Bosnia. In Malaysia, I can understand. I was the visitor in Malaysia and I was the student there. I understand the principle of the privacy, because every student must register for the phone number. You have to register for the bank. You have to register for everything. There is no free numbers, that you can buy at any place. Your name must be there because you are responsible, and that's good. I understand. I support that one, because no one can call someone and say, "Hey, the bomb is there." No, we know who is that on that number, and he's responsible for any kind of action. But profiling someone based on the interest, based on what is buying, what is visiting, what he wants, is so far prohibited, because you cannot provide tools or any kind of advertisement based on the profile of someone. It must be on the whole group, not only for the one private person, or it can be difficult to manage, because someone next time when they visit Malaysia, I hope so, I will visit again, they can say, last time you were here, maybe you should go there. It is like not far too much, from that place. And someone will say, oh, why they are telling me this? Because they are keeping my data for the next visit, or for the promoting Malaysia, or promoting that kind of business or something else.
Please be summary. Okay, dear Zaliha, Thank you for the insightful presentation and insightful answer, Zaliha. It was a great overview of how AI is transforming Malaysia tourism through personalized experiences and operational efficiency. Thank you again. Okay, I would like to invite dear Prof. Dr. Ludmila Saimoko from Coimbra University. Dear Ludmila, are you ready?
Yes, yes, I'm ready.
Okay, okay, the floor is on your. Dear Zaleha, please close your share. Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's visible my presentation.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
perfect.
go. Yes, okay.
So my presentation will be very different because to previous presentations were devoted to artificial intelligence. I'm working in another area. I'm working in area of environmental microbiology and the ecology of microorganisms. So, and today I would like to talk about emerging contaminants and their effects on soil microbiome and resistance in agro-ecosystems. So we perfectly know that environmental contamination by antibiotics and their residues has a lot of negative consequences. And one of the most significant is formation of soil resistance and spreading of antimicrobial resistance. And nowadays, the World Health Organization classifies antimicrobial resistance as a major global health concern. And for example, given that soils provide nearly 98.8% of the world food, the soil microbiome plays a critical role in transmission of antimicrobial resistance, generally in environment and also to humans. So our findings underscore that the urgent need for improved monitoring and management strategies to control antibiotic contamination and curb the spread of escape pathogens and mitigate antimicrobial resistance in terrestrial ecosystems, and also implement effective bioremediation approach. So if you analyze generally pharmaceutical contamination of environment, we can see here a percentage of different pharmaceuticals which actually contaminate environment. And as you can see, the highest one is 17% for anti-inflammatory drugs and 16% for antibiotics. And after hormones, blood lipid lowering, and so on. But in our study, we paid attention mostly for antibiotics, as antibiotics play a very important role in spreading of antimicrobial resistance. In this case, it's very important to consider One Health approach. Actually, One Health approach was provided in 2017 and is like health concept that integrated approach aimed at balancing and optimizing the health of humans, animals, and environment. So the main idea of this concept that health of animals, environmental, and human health actually represent one health. So all those parts interconnected. And if you will consider environmental resistance regarding the concept of One Health, so of course, human resistance, what does it mean resistance? Is a community, let's say like that, yes, a community of genes of antibiotic resistance. And as we know, genes of antibiotic resistance can transfer vertically and horizontally. So human resistance also depends from environmental resistance, the same as depends from animal resistance. which factor actually affect spreading of antimicrobial resistance in agriculture? There are a lot of factors like climate changes, pollution, but first of all, if you're considering antimicrobial resistance, is overusing of antibiotics for treating of human, animals, and so on. In our case study, we analyzed soil from different agro-ecosystems. We've cultivated Vitis vinifera, Capsicum annum, Rubus and Petroselenium crispum. And except that, we analyze soil microbiome and provided PCR. Also, we isolated escape pathogens. And we checked actually antibiotic resistance of those bacteria. So results of our study showing that soil microbiome depends first of all from the culture, culture which cultivated in agro ecosystem. And as we can see, structure of soil microbiome were different. So we determined number of micromycetes, ammonifiers, oligotrophs, phytotrophs, anaerobic bacteria, bacteria using mineral forms of nitrogen, and percentage of nitrogen-fixing bacteria. And in those agro-ecosystems were used organic manure, actually, which contained residues of antibiotics, different kind of antibiotics, mostly fluoroquinolones. And in 5 years, so we investigated in first our phase was in 2020, when actually we took soil samples, and in 2025 to compare actually effect of those antimicrobials, residues of antimicrobials. And as we can see, structure of soil microbiome significantly changes. So increased numbers of oligotrophic bacteria and phytotrophic bacteria, but at the same time, decreased number of bacteria which using mineral forms of nitrogen and also nitrogen-fixing bacteria, which actually indicate about negative changes in microbial ecology, let's say like that. Also, we analyzed escape pathogens. What does it mean, escape? Is like from English words, but in this case, we use K, not C. Is abbreviation of pathogenic bacteria such as Enterococcus faetum, Staphylococcus aureus, Klebsiella pneumoniae, Acinetobacter baumannii, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and Enterobacter species. Why escape pathogens? Those pathogens are very dangerous and they have very high level of antibiotic resistance. Dangerous not only for human but also for animals. And another thing that they can transmit genes of antibiotic resistance. That is why we paid attention also for escape pathogens, and we analyzed that also samples for the presence of those bacteria. So, and results of our study showed that last 3 years, number of escape pathogens increased significantly, sometimes in 2 times, in 3 times, for example, like Pseudomonas aeruginosa and Enterococcus faetum, which actually can cause infection disease in human body. So what kind of decision could be in this case? Of course, first of all, we should eliminate using of antimicrobials in agriculture. For example, when it's necessary to treat animals, okay, but very often small doses of antibiotics were used as growth promoters. So of course it should be better managed, but except that we also propose bioremediation. So what does it mean, bioremediation? Is the contamination of contaminated areas, and this method is safe, cost-effective, and we are talking a lot about sustainability, and we're trying to provide sustainable management of agroecosystems. So this method is quite sustainable. So, and in our study, we used several organisms able to degrade residues of antibiotics. So this microbial consortium that we used consisted from Pseudomonas fluorescens, Rhodococcus phenolichus, and Azotobacter hraacoccum. They have completed properties of each other. For example, Pseudomonas fluorescens, highly adaptable, is gram-negative bacteria, and also well known for its broad spectrum degradation of xenobiotic compounds, including also antibiotics. So in this case, Pseudomonas fluorescens was like primary degrader of antibiotic residues. And what is important, this bacteria can survive and maintain activity in a wide range conditions. So even in unfavorable conditions, Pseudomonas fluorescens will survive, what is really very important. And Rhodococcus phenolichus, you can see here, yes. So the main properties is gram-positive actinomycet, well known for degrading aromatic hydrocarbons and phenolic compounds, including also pharmaceutical pollutants. And third bacteria, it was Azotobacter hraacoccum, is free-living nitrogen-fixing bacterium that also improved soil fertility and able to produce growth-promoting substances, such as, for example, auxin or gibberellins and so on. What is role in bioremediation? It improves soil health, microbial balance after desertification, Azotobacter hraacoccum, and also helps to stabilize consortium by creating more favorable microenvironment for the all bacteria. So in our study, we use such composition. So Pseudomonas fluorescens is 6 million colony-forming units per 1 milliliter of water, Azotobacter 3 million colony-forming units, and Rhodococcus 3 million also colony-forming units. So, and if in of the start of experiment, we had 23,000 micra and 800 micrograms residues per kilogram, and after 180 days, soil where we used this consortium in the soil, concentration of fluoroquinolones decreased practically in twice, and it was 12,300 microgram per kilogram of soil. It's very good results. For example, if you compare with control, as you can see, concentration of antibiotics also decreased, but not so significantly. So why this consortium is effective? First of all, because of synergistic degradation, resilience and adaptability, also soil restoration, and reduce resistance risk. And briefly, conclusion. So result of our study showed actually that systematic application of organic fertilizers which contain residues of antibiotics can cause changes in soil microbiome and to increase number of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Result of our studies show that this actually can affect spreading of antimicrobial resistance. So that is why it's very important to provide management of using antibiotics in agriculture. And microbial consortium, what we created and proposed to use, shows us very good results that allow it to decrease significantly concentration of antimicrobial residues and to improve soil health. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you have some question, I understand perfectly.
Thank you. Thank you. Excellent work, Professor. You clearly highlighted the critical link between chemical contamination and the long-term resilience of our soil microbiomes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a question for Ludmila Saimoko? Okay. Okay. As we conclude our sessions at Incohis 2026 Spring in Pristina, I would like to sincerely thank Edin and Zaliha Muhammad and Ludmila Saimoko for their invaluable contributions and insightful presentations. It has been a pleasure hosting this online session, and we truly hope to meet all of you in person for our next congress, the next conference. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. See you again.
See you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.